I moved through this world being loud, being free, and being me. How many queens have said that?
Nobody said that.
Okay, good. You sure? Okay, good. My name is Jason Ruth, and I'm also Merrie Cherry, and I live in Brooklyn, New York. Merrie Cherry is definitely an extension of who I am. Merrie is Jason and Jason is Merrie. The only difference is one of them makes more money. Drag gives me a look into a utopian world. If you go to any big drag event, it makes you think about how life could be. The vibe you're going to get at a Merrie Cherry show is basically insanity, messiness, laughter, and soul. I kind of always describe Merrie Cherry as like that kid that gets into their mother's closet and just goes nuts. I don't want to be bored. I don't want to be put in a box. I'm born and raised in Berkeley, California. My family was the first Black family in our neighborhood. I was raised by my grandmother, who is a good Southern woman from Arkansas. I was the kind of kid that always got into trouble. I just had so much energy, and my being talkative and flamboyant, I basically put a spotlight on myself. I was kind of a loner in high school, but I was just a weird kid. It really wasn't until college until I found weirdos just like me. When I moved to New York, I knew whatever I was meant to be was not going to happen in the Bay Area. I just was meant to be a star. There's a bar in Brooklyn called Metropolitan Bar. It's helped me become the man that I am today. I would always go to Metropolitan Bar after work to have one or two beers. The manager was like talking about how he was going to start coat check. And I was like, well, I'm always here. I'll do coat check. I worked coat check like 5 nights a week, 4 nights a week. And people would literally just hang out at coat check, where the manager would be like, oh, is there a party going on here? And I'm like, yes, there is. It was one day in December, I was like, starting to get warm, coat check's about to end, and I asked the manager, I'm like, hey, can I do a drag show? And he said, well, you get one chance and one chance only. And I was like, okay. That bar was packed. The party was a huge success. It was called DRAGnet. It's still going on, by the way. And then other producers were contacting me to perform. That started Merrie Cherry. The Brooklyn drag renaissance started 2012 to 2015. We included everyone. We didn't care what you were about. If you were just wanted to have fun, that was the #1 requirement. I've been called the mother of Brooklyn drag. That title came from the fact that so many queens were created from DRAGnet. I literally would grab people and say, you're getting in drag next month. And they're like, oh, well, shh. You're getting in drag next month. Either way, I feel like I helped open the door for so many people, and I love that. The last 3 months have made me realize that even though I thought I was awake, I definitely have been sleeping. I have more to learn. Every type of current in the world we live in is inside of my drag. I touch on sexism, I touch on Black issues, I touch on queer issues. After George Floyd's death, I was so traumatized, and McCarran Park Gathering really helped me get out of it. Hello. Now we're gonna take a moment, 8 minutes and 46 seconds, which is exactly the same amount of time that George Floyd's neck was being kneeled on. The McCarran Park Gathering is a moment in the park where there is a vigil of silence and people speak about their experience as a person of color.
Give it up for Merrie Cherry!
I was tempted.
Tonight is actually the 100th day of gathering in McCarran Park, which I'm so excited to be a part of. The story I tell through my performance or my drag is not up to me, it's up to the individual and their own personal experience. Over time, I've noticed that so many people want to be in boxes. They feel comfortable in boxes. I say forget that box. Live outside the box and just live. Life is a banquet and most poor suckers are starving to death. You have to live, live, live.
Thank you, baby.